There's no way to prepare for your first year of teaching. Even after an intensive 15-month master's program, I'm still terrified to enter my own classroom for the first time. I have no idea what to expect next year. Growing up with a teacher mother, things were always a little bit different. My weeknights and weekends were spent running around the school hallways, making maps of the school on art paper, and playing school in real classrooms with my best friend Sarah, who also had a teacher mother.
Close your eyes for a minute. Close your eyes. Picture a mustache. Okay. Now, open your eyes. Raise your hand if you can tell me what the mustache you pictured looked like.
Hello, my name is Sheila Abruzzo, and I've just completed my 25th year of teaching.
What was it like walking in on your first day of teaching?
Well, that's been 25 years ago, so it's been a while. It was exciting, nerve-wracking. I think even in my 25th year, the night before the first day of school, I don't sleep very well.
First of all, you need a great sense of humor, because in teaching, you have to find the humor in some of the situations or you'll drive yourself crazy. The second thing is, I think in your first year you need to learn to forgive yourself, because you will make mistakes and you'll learn from them and then you'll move on, but don't be too hard on yourself about those.
I think excellent teachers really think that they have to do it all and to do it all really well. But I think the best teachers know that you can't do it all the time. In my first year, I used to stay really late, and I'd be there. And my best advice my first principal gave me, she came in, I was grading things at 6 o'clock, and she took all the papers off my desk, and she said, "You don't have to grade all of these things. It's okay." And she threw them all in the trash.
What do you feel like you were most prepared for and least prepared for coming into your first year of teaching?
I felt I was most prepared for interacting with the students, creating a positive community of students and in my classroom.
My biggest advice to you is to always really know your students. Always stay true to yourself. Don't try to prove yourself beyond who you truly are.
If you are asking the children to share their lives with you, you have to be willing to share your life with them.
So, own your mistakes, admit your faults, and they will too. And then you can help them.
Yes. And so the planning and the familiarity with the curriculum was something that I was least prepared for.
So what did you do to overcome that?
We had time set aside in the district for planning, for unit planning, where we got subs and could plan for the next unit. All along the way, we also have a mentoring program in the State College Area School District where you're assigned a mentor. That mentor gets paid to be your mentor, and that's an important piece.
Always keep an open mind, because teaching is extremely personal work. And you're talking about someone's most precious child, and there's always another perspective. We teach children, not programs. And these days, there's a lot of focus on teaching a scripted program, not just to the strugglers, but even to full-fledged, differentiate it this way. And that's teaching a program. And you will be true to yourself each day, like you said, that way, if you remember that you're teaching children.
My number one job is to teach those students, and I want to teach those students as individuals, not as a group of students. And I've always felt that way. I've always felt that each student deserves his or her own program and his or her own attention, because each student and each year you have a different group in front of you, you've got a different clientele, you have different parents, you have different needs, and it's my job to react to that, and it's my job to look to myself to make it work for those students. It's not their job to figure out, to navigate how to learn from me. It's my job to figure out how to teach them.
I had the opportunity 2 summers ago to teach a summer school class with my mother. It was a remarkable experience to watch such a skilled teacher in action from the perspective of someone who was considering teaching as a profession. This was the turning point for me. My mom, who has always been a straightforward and honest person, said to me, "You have that indescribable, unteachable thing that makes someone an amazing teacher."
If you had one piece of advice to give me going into my first year of teaching, what would be the most important thing that you would want to tell me?
I think always be looking for those opportunities to make yourself grow, and not for selfish reasons, for your students. The more you grow, the more you learn, the more you can individualize for your students, the more you can get to know your students and their needs. Never, and I know I said this before, but never look at your student. If your student isn't learning or is having difficulties, look to yourself and look to how you can change, how you can be better for them, so that you've created the environment that they need in order to learn. So always be reflecting every time you teach something, every time you learn something. Think deeply about what you could do differently, how that could fit into your practice, how that could help your students, how you could do it another time and be more successful, how you might do it in your next class, because it's a whole different group of students, first period to second period, and how are you going to change that to make it better for your next class if you're doing the same lesson. So just always be reflective and be learning yourself, and then you'll be the best you can for your students.
Everybody has a bad mustache kind of day now and then. Let's dry our tears, his father said. The new neighbors have a baby your age. He's coming over to play.
Ding
Ding
dong.
dong!
He has a mustache.
Uh-oh, look.
And if that doesn't work,
Buy lots of vodka. Lots.
To the mountain trees, you gotta follow the steer.